Yeah, it was a bad game, long game, everything. The only thing that was good tonight is we won. So, but yeah, took forever. It took forever to play. Good thing I didn't drink a lot of water at halftime. I'd been in trouble. So.
Did you like how your team responded when things got a little chippy there? You just went on
Yeah, I guess so, Tom. I didn't think we played very well at all tonight, and I thought we played. We obviously didn't play smart, but you know, why do you get a technical over this? I mean, act like you've at least been there before, and I mean, unbelievable. And it counts as a personal, and so Cliff's was bad, and then Jamari's was worse, and so that was discouraging to me. But we did rally around it okay when we played fairly well to end the half. If we'd have made our free throws, you know, we could have been up easily 8 or 10, and then but you know, of course you knew the officials would take charge of it the second half, and of course they blew the whistle a lot early, which we knew that was going to happen, and you know, it just was a game with absolutely no rhythm or pace at all, in large part because of the way that, you know, both teams kind of approached it. I don't think that either team played particularly well.
Well, you said you didn't play very well. What kind of areas were you could have played better?
Well, the ball didn't move. There's two areas that we played really good. I mean, our field goal percentage defense was great, and then our rebounding was great. I mean, that's a pretty dominant effort on the glass. You know, for them to miss, what was that? I could be wrong, but they missed 35 shots and only get 4 back. So that's good. I mean, that's a positive. But our execution and our I thought we played very selfishly, not so much by taking shots, but by not executing for the good of others, not doing what we've been working on so hard to do, and unless you're at practice every day, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But certainly, I didn't think that we did a good job at all of that.
Bill, you think Perry's early problems with turnovers are indicative of maybe he's fighting a little bit offensively?
You know, I'd have to go back and look. You know, of course, today he was obviously in the. I think he may have had 4 turnovers or 3 turnovers in the first 2 minutes of the game or something like that, or 3 minutes. But you know, I don't know if I'm going to say the turnovers are the reason that he's laboring a little bit. I think he's just basically just laboring some. You know, we played through him quite a bit tonight, and you know, he wasn't aggressive. Obviously, he made one great move the first half. That was a powerful, explosive, aggressive move. I think it may have even been on Cobbins, but he wasn't aggressive like he normally is. And if you're aggressive, you catch the ball with 2 hands. I mean, just things like that. But you could say the same for other players too. You know, obviously, it'd be nice to get he and Wayne where they're playing offensively like they're capable of, because that changes our team overnight to a much harder team to defend. But you know, we still won, and Perry's able to do some things. He rebounded the ball good tonight. He got 8 boards and had a couple of key blocks, and so he found some ways to help us when obviously offensively he was struggling.
What do you think, guys, the way you guys defended that Forte?
I thought Wayne was fabulous, and I thought Devontae was fabulous. You know, he got, you know, Perry turned it over in the first half, and then backed off of him and let him shoot a 3 in transition. And then that's the only 3 he made, you know. So basically, we did a good job of guarding him. I thought Wayne was terrific with it, and I thought Devontae did as well. I thought they both were great. And of course, you know, the first half, he got 3 free throws when he lifted. I think it may have been Wayne on a 3-point shot. But really, basically, you know, their best offense was shooting freebies, and our best offense was shooting free throws too. So, but as far as guarding, we were good.
Coach, how much has Frank's play exceeded your expectations this season?
I don't think it has. You know, Frank was pretty solid tonight. Wasn't a factor like he normally is, but he got 9 rebounds. I mean, the guy's 5'10", he gets 9 rebounds and plays too many minutes. But I don't think he's exceeded my expectations of him at all. I thought he was this good ever since we recruited him, and I was hoping he could play like this last year and be kind of a take charge guy. So he's improved a ton, but I don't think he's exceeded anything.
What do you think of Lucas?
Landon gave us good minutes. You know, when Cliff got his 3rd and Perry and Jamari got 3, I thought we'd try to buy some time with Landon. And actually, he was probably as good as any big we had during that period of time. Played smart, defended well, and rebounded well. I thought Cliff was really good the first half, but I thought Landon was pretty good there down the stretch.
Were you just coaching at the moment? Cliff never came back in.
Well, I mean, who was he going to come in for? So you know, when you know, he had fouls and, you know, he would have come in most situations, but our team actually played pretty good with Landon in the game, so there was no reason to take him out there for a stretch. And then when you do take him out, you got Jamari and Perry that's not in foul trouble in late game situations. So that didn't have anything to do with Cliff playing poorly. That was just, you know, kind of a coach's decision at that moment.
So you talk about first shot defense. What are some of the elements that went right for you guys to have good first shot defense tonight?
Well, I think fortunately for us, they missed some open looks. I mean, you know, they go 3 of 16 from 3, and they didn't get a ton of open ones. But of the 16, you know, there could have been 7 or 8 that were fairly unguarded. So we got lucky some. But I thought scout report defense, we did a good job. We did a really good job, with the exception of LeBron a couple times off cross screens. I thought we did a really good job of playing to scout report.
Anything else?
What did you think of the flow of the game and the free throws?
I didn't think there was any flow. I mean, it was a hard game to play, I'm sure, and a hard game to coach, and probably a harder game to officiate. I even said to one of the guys, I said, God, how hard is this? And he said, you have no idea. This is you know, they got to take control of the game. You blow your whistle a lot. I mean, it wasn't the official's fault or called a certain way. The reason why the game was so slow and why it was so fragmented is because both teams fouled, and I didn't think that the teams adjusted very well to how the game was being officiated. You know, the one thing that we did do the second half that was very positive is we didn't foul Forte, you know, and put him at the free throw line like we did the first half.
Bill, do you think you missed Devontae's defense about as much as what he
Probably.
did?
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to put Frank on Forte. We did a little bit the first half, but primarily because it just wear him out. But I thought Devontae did a really nice job defensively on Phil, and you know, he can get his hands on balls and create some things. You know, he wasn't as good offensively tonight, I didn't think, but he still had 9 points and 3 assists and no turnovers, which is pretty effective. But he got the ball in tight, and usually when he finished those plays, and he didn't get a chance to finish them tonight as well.
Bill, you got 4 of these Saturday, Big Monday stretches coming up. Can you talk about? Do you like something like that? Or is it, what
Well,
kind
there's
of
no-
challenges that?
Well, there's no reason to say we don't, because we like playing, you know, national exposures, and it's a great, you know, Big Monday's great, and so we played quite a few of them. You know, this one will be particularly tough, obviously, because you're playing, you know, at Ames at 8 o'clock or 8:30 at night, and you're going to turn right around and play a team that can obviously win anywhere, Oklahoma, on Monday night. So usually that doesn't happen, where you play a Saturday night game and a Monday game. So that's going to test us a little bit, but you know, those 72 or 48 hours will probably be as key time as what we'll have in our league over a short period of time, you know, just with the quality of competition and the rest factor. We're going to have to do a good job of probably being as tough or tougher than we've been at any point in time so far this year.
Anything else? All right, Coach, thank you.